Hey everyone, it's Lars here and welcome back to Virtual Paddock. Today I'm back in Assetto Corsa EVO for version 0.3 because Kunos just added this car, the Ferrari F2004. And this is not only one of my favorite Formula 1 cars of all time, but also one of my favorite cars in Assetto Corsa. So, without any further ado, let's check out what it's like to drive in Assetto Corsa EVO. Alright, so let's get going. I'm driving at Spa, one of the two new tracks added. The other one is Red Bull Ring. I'm not actually 100% sure right now about which other cars were added. Because really, as soon as I knew that this car would be coming to Assetto Corsa EVO with this update, I stopped caring about everything else. I mean, I did note also that they changed things about the force feedback, and I do notice that feels crisper. I have already noticed a few issues such as here through Huron, or especially through the bottom at Eau Rouge. Sometimes you get this weird feeling that, well, suddenly that road feeling disappears for a moment. I don't like that. You don't get that in the Assetto Corsa. I think that's something Kunos are gonna have to fix it. But otherwise, I immediately noticed that in a lot of ways, this car very much feels like the F2004 in Assetto Corsa. It drives in a very similar way. And I absolutely love it. Then once again, I had that feeling of suddenly through the bottom there, I didn't have much feeling in the force feedback. It doesn't have to do with the road effects for the force feedback. Because I turned those up a bit, it didn't change anything. I changed the general feel of the force feedback, but not how it feels in these high downforce corners. One thing I noticed is that the graphics performance has definitely improved. Like, I'd noticed that previously when I played AC EVO, I would often get a lot of flickering, which for some odd reason, in my last video about Assetto Corsa EVO, that flickering didn't show up. I saw it on screen, and now I don't see it on screen anymore. So that's definitely an improvement. I haven't tried the multiplayer yet. As you might know, they're starting to introduce multiplayer with this update. Maybe at some point I can join F2004 race. A bit of understeer there. But yeah, as I said, the general handling of this car very much feels like it did in the Assetto Corsa. It does feel like it has a bit more power, because the baseline setup is pretty much like medium downforce. As it is in the Assetto Corsa, but it's much easier to like get a high top speed down the Camel straight here in the Assetto Corsa EVO with the baseline setup than it is in Assetto Corsa. See, I'm doing like frame 27. And also it does turn in slightly better. So it rotates a bit more nicely, which I really like. I always like a car that's a bit more biased, but a slight bit of turn and oversteer rather than understeer. Which plainly is what Schumacher also preferred. This is definitely my favorite car in the Assetto Corsa EVO so far. Let's do one more lap. That just feels wonderful. I love this car. And the sound, the glorious V10. Big slide there. Completely messed up the Peron. Now I want to end on a clean lap. I'm going to do another lap after this. I'm having so much fun here. I do have enough fuel. In fact, that's the only change that I made from the baseline setup. So the standard setup with this just has 30 liters of fuel. On my first drive, I just started driving and eventually suddenly ran out of fuel. cleaner throughput on this time. And let's see what lap time it is. 1:49.740. Still room for improvement, but awesome car. I love the F2004. Both the real car and driving in sim. And this is the car that was so good. If you know the story, this car was so good that right when they tested it, they were convinced that the timing systems were wrong. They were like, this car can't be 2 seconds quicker than the previous year's car. But it was. Yeah. Not only the real cars are awesome, but also driving it in sim. I love it in Assetto Corsa. And I can say I love it in Assetto Corsa EVO. I do hope that Kunos kind of fix that weight force feedback issue where it kind of feels odd through some of the really high downforce stuff. But I would say for now I can live with it. I do hope they fix it, but generally I'm really happy with this update so far. And I'm probably going to give multiplayer a try soon as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. So, till next time, use the downforce and see you soon.